we start, a few reminders of your cell phones, make sure that they are off if we are having a meeting. And of course, if there is a fire drill, exits there, in the hall, in the front, out the back in the parking lot, where Tina will lead us to the council. Okay, let's get started. We'll start with roll call this morning. District 1 is Councillor Carson Sullivan, which sends her regrets today as she is unable to attend because of a death in the family. So do we unanimously approve her absence?
Yes.
Thank you. District 2.
District 2, Jesse Hare.
District 3, Dustin Insel.
District 4, Charles Franklin.
District 5, Lynn Mobley.
District 6, John Law.
District 7, Ted Egenbar. District 8, Niall Harding.
District 9, Richard Oxford.
District 10, Brian Donald.
District 11, Diana Blunt. Thank you. A disclosure of interest, are there any? Seeing none, we're moving on. For the approval of the order of the day, are there any additions? Seeing none, we approve the order of the day as is. 4.1 is the approval of the municipal council minutes that occurred on December 16th. Do we have any corrections for those minutes? Are there any omissions? Comments? Okay, seeing none, the minutes are approved. As presented. All right, let's move on to the recommendations from the committee of the whole, which is starts on page 10. We'll be looking for volunteers to read each recommendation. Here we go. 5.1, amend policy 120, code of conduct for elected officials. Councillor Welch.
I move to amend policy 120 code of conduct for elected officials as circulated 7-day notice given on January 13th, 2026.
Thank you. Seconded. Councillor Oxford. Are there any comments or questions that weren't raised from the last time? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.2, policy 114. Councillor Longmire.
I move to amend policy 114, council remuneration, as circulated 7-day notice given on January 13th, 2026.
Thank you. Seconder. Councillor Hare. Are there any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.3, the amendment of policy 135 fees. Councillor Oxner.
I move to amend policy 135 fees as circulated 7-day notice given on January 13th, 2026.
Thank you very much. Seconder. Councillor Crampton. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.4, Westdale Housing. Councillor Agenbar.
I move to receive the Western Housing Wildfire After Action Report as information in accordance with the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Seconder. Deputy Warden. Any questions or comments? Councillor Connell.
I was just wondering, because I was asked, how long is a navigator last?
Would you like to answer that question?
Certainly, through you, Warden, to Councillor Forward. It's a 1-year position from when it started.
Cool. 6 months, so.
No, it was always 1 year.
Very good.
Great. Thank you. Deputy Warden.
Well, it was originally 6 months and extended on day number 2.
presented was only items that was really related to the municipality, not towards other organizations. So this is a more of an internal document. I feel that we really did a good job. Are there lessons learned? Of course, 100%. And have a lot of those changes already been implemented? Yeah. Every situation is Operation Flex. No one, no matter how many times you prepare, you never know how to actually handle the situation until we're in. And I think we handled it quite well. And the fact that we're getting calls from other municipalities finding a good information stories will help other municipalities, just like we use the after action for Barrington and Shelburne, and it really helped us. So I just wanted to speak to that, I have received a few calls with us, but they were all positive. There was no negativity. And we still have a lot of positivity towards the municipality from that event. So the fact that people are still talking about it means that they must have done something right. And we're not getting yelled at constantly, which is a complete change from how it usually happens. Thanks.
Thank you for that, Deputy Warden. Any other comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.5, approved by bylaw 11. Councilor Hare.
I move to give first reading to approve bylaw 11 building pursuant to the recommendation of committee of the whole.
Very much. Seconder. Councilor Harding. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.6, BCRA funding request. Deputy Warden.
I move to authorize the procurement of a new ice resurfacer with the funds from the Max General Fund in accordance with the recommendation of the committee of the whole.
Thank you. Seconder. Councilor Aguilar. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Against, no. Motion passed. 5.7, Annapolis County Joint Accessibility Plan, 2026 to 2028. Councilor Longmire.
I move to approve the Annapolis County Joint Accessibility Plan 2026 to 2028 and submit to the Nova Scotia Accessibility Directorate as the approved plan to guide actions over the next 3 years pursuant to the recommendation of the committee of the whole.
Thank you. Seconder. Councilor Oxman. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.8, approval of equity, diversity, and inclusion plan. Councilor Longmire.
I move to approve the 2026 to 2029 Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion EDI plan as amended to include all equity deserving communities or groups in portions of the document as discussed by council in accordance with the recommendation of committee of the whole.
Thank you. Seconder. Councilor Welsh. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.9, adoption of the communication strategy. Deputy Warden.
I move to approve the Municipality of County of Annapolis Communication Strategy 2026-2028 as presented and pursuant to the recommendation of the committee of the whole.
Thank you. Seconder, Councilor Cranston. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 6.1, recommendation? Councillor Longmire?
I move that municipal council give first reading of the proposed East End area secondary planning strategy and land use bylaw, and to set a public hearing date of February 17th, 2026 at 11 a.m. at the Municipal Administration Building.
Thank you. Seconder? Councillor Welsh? Questions or comments? Councillor Hare?
One thing I did mention at the PHC meeting, and I think about it again, is,
Remember, this is only to set a date.
that's just it, is the date and the location. This is a public hearing for the East End, and I think it does not reflect well that we don't have a public hearing a little bit closer to the East End. Because I do know people want to participate in the public hearing from the East End. There's going to be a lot of negative comments that will have to draw it the whole way over. I know if we could propose perhaps a better location, I would be more in favor of that. If there's any suggestions.
We have always had them here, however, I believe that any participants who would like, they could send emails so that they can be read at any meeting. Am I correct on that? We had it one time, but,
Certainly they can send feedback.
yes.
Yeah. So I would, so just, if I may, or to the councilor's question, I mean, there's some logistics issues about holding meetings not here, because if we can't, then we have to find a way to broadcast them and record them and that type of thing, so, you know, because that's also really important, because people will be able to watch it, listen to it. I know it's very different than standing in the room and, if they want to have comment, but that is it's a consideration that makes it not easy. Can we do it? If that's the wish of council, we can try and figure it out, but it does create some difficulties.
And to comment on it, I guess what I'll say then is I'm a little late to the draw. This document has been in the works for a long time, and I would really like to push for having this public hearing in the East End, but I would be willing to pass this as it's presented, just to avoid delaying the public hearing any longer, because I don't know if we can, it sounds like it'd be difficult to try to reschedule it sitting here at this desk table at this very moment. But I will say going forward, situations like this, I would like to see an effort be made and hold public hearings regarding planning documents that may not be close to this particular location, be held closer to communities which they serve. And I guess on that note, if anybody's listening, I highly implore you to, if you cannot attend, to write in and have your voice heard.
Thank you.
Leave it at that.
Thank you. Councillor Connor?
Now let's put a motion on the floor to build a new facility in the center of the town.
Are you doing that? We already have a motion on the floor, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Good one, Councillor. Okay, are there any questions or comments about the motion? Just in case we go through it. Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. Okay, 6.2, citizen appointments to committees. Debbie Warden.
I move to approve appointment of John Smith to the Source of Water Protection Advisory Committee effective immediately for a term ending October 31st, 2026, pursuant to the recommendation of the nominating committee.
Seconder. signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. The next pages that we have are the council motion tracking list. So we can see where we're at with some of them, and then we'll move on to councillor comments. We will start with District Two.
Hello from District Two. I guess to be brief, I'll highlight, jam sessions at the Burketown Community Hall every Wednesday at 7. All are welcome. I'll also, highlight on Sunday, January 25th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Hometown Makers Market as well at the Burketown Community Hall. I believe I read that the Annapolis County Recreation will be set up as well with outdoor activities that day. To finish it off, the Fort George Rec Center is planning on hosting the 38th Country Jamboree this summer after a couple-year hiatus, and it's put a call for volunteers to help them make this day possible. You never plan too far ahead.
Thank you very much, Councillor. District Three.
I know it's a little late, but Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to, another year of hard working council sessions. I know that, every year we say, we're looking forward to it, but it seems like the decisions we have to make get harder and harder every year. But I see that as a positive, it means that we're moving forward and doing a lot of change for the good municipality. So, I look forward to the hard decisions. Also look forward to the community events that happen throughout the year. I know that in my district there is a national amount of events. So I also want to take the opportunity to plug in about our community event guide. So for any events that is happening within 2026 years, please reach out to our public affairs and get your event added to our event guide. I believe it's February, I don't know the date, but the deadline is sometime in February 15th. So please, if you have anything that you'd like to put in that community guide, please send it in by then. So just a few events. I know that January is usually a small event calendar because of weather and people's trying to get them to pay off their credit card bills for Christmas. So Bridgetown Walk, even though it's snowy season, they still do that every Wednesday at 10 a.m. and they meet at the Bridgetown Library. There's also our pub night, which is the last Friday of every month. So this month is the 30th of January from 5:30 till 9 p.m. at the Bridgetown Legion, and this is the beginning of the Club 100 draw. So the draw for the Bridgetown Volunteer Fire Department. The food is phenomenal and the entertainment is phenomenal. So you don't have to be from Bridgetown. Anyone's welcome, and there's people from across Canada that show up there. Also, the big Lions breakfast, the first one of the year, will be February 7th, so the first Saturday of the month, from 8 till 10. And please come out and support your local Lions Club, because every dollar that you provide to them goes back to the community. It's a great organization. Hope to see you there. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor. District Four.
From District 4, as I drove to work yesterday morning, as a reminder to everyone to be cautious on the winter roads. It was another reminder to drive slow and drive for the conditions. Also, as I looked at the power lines and the amount of ice on them, it was a reminder, and I myself have already experienced one power outage, so just a reminder to always be prepared. It's just a reality we're in these days, to make sure you're prepared and plan ahead for potential power outages during this weather as well. Just a reminder to folks to keep an eye for the property assessments that are emailed now, and some people are starting to receive them. If you haven't received them, then you should probably contact the BSC or somebody. Myself, I've been busy mostly with individual emails. It's been a little bit quieter in the community events, but I have been just dealing with individual inquiries and emails from folks. Coming up, as you know, on 24th at the Round Hill Community Hall. There is a chili cook-off from 3 to 6 p.m. so people can enter. So it would be a fun spectator event, but maybe even might consider entering. See if I can win a prize. Favorite chili inside dish, and there's a first, second, third prize. As well at the Granville Ferry Community Hall on Sunday, February 1st, there is a community potluck at 6 p.m. in that particular hall. I know when they do the potlucks, they have a lot of fun activities after, so it makes for a good evening there. Also at the Granville Ferry Community Hall, they're continuing with their weekly fitness classes, and they have a number of different time slots that appear during the week. So I encourage people, if they're interested, to search out their website, just type in Granville Ferry Community Hall, and it will direct to their website. And as always, I remind folks to check the county's social media pages for all the great activities that happen in the recreation staff. They always have a great selection of outdoor activities, and as much as frustration as snow can cause us driving on the road, it does add to the ambiance of outdoor winter activities. And I've always found the county has a great selection available of those, so check those out as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. District 5.
Good morning from District 5, January 20th. We can believe that. Happy New Year and welcome to 2026. I would like to share just several of the upcoming events and activities happening throughout District 5. Community Hall events, Lower Granville Hall, coffee morning on Fridays, 10 to 11:30. There is a parking lot bonfire, s'mores and hot dogs happening on January 31st at 1 p.m. And then there's indoor walking Mondays and Thursdays, craft nights on Mondays at 7 p.m. The Lower Granville Hall also has many different styles of yoga, just in case one doesn't necessarily match up for you. So they have floor and chair and standing hatha yoga. Please always be reminded to bring your water bottle, your own mat, and comfortable, of course, layered clothing. Youngs Cove Community Hall, coffee mornings are Mondays at 10 a.m. Jam sessions are Fridays at 6 p.m. And of course, the last Friday of each month includes a potluck, which starts at 5. Come and listen, or Councillor Aguilar, bring your instrument and join it. Anyone else as well. New Horizons Hall, jam nights are Mondays at 7 p.m. And community supports, huge. Bell's Blessing Pantry, located in Parker's Cove, generously supported by people from all over our county. Donations are always welcome, and please take what you might need. Reminders to be sure to check the county website for additional recreation opportunities this winter. We did get some snow, so I'm sure there'll be some snowshoeing and some other fun activities. And as always, when out on the roads, please use caution as weather can change quickly. Thank you.
Very much, Councillor. District 6.
Greetings from District 6. As we head into the new year, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the ongoing work of county staff, first responders, volunteers, and residents who help keep our community strong and functioning day to day. This work often happens quietly, but makes a big difference across the county. The past year reminded us that we do not always control the challenges that come our way, but we do control how prepared we are and how we respond. Cooperation, clear communication, and steady decision-making are things I hope will continue to guide us as we move forward. As we look ahead, budget season is fast approaching. This is a good opportunity for council, an important period for council, but it's also a good time for community groups, organizations, and others to be thinking of the priorities and getting their projects shovel-ready. Strong ideas support clear planning, supported by clear planning to help council assess opportunities and make the best use of limited resources. I also think this is a year to stay focused on the fundamentals, maintaining core services, investing wisely in infrastructure, and making sure our planning decisions reflect both current needs and long-term impacts. These basics are not always flashy, but they are what build trust and stability over time. I look forward to a year of thoughtful discussion, respectful debate, and continued cooperation around the council table and with the communities we serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. District 7.
Thank you. Well, greetings from District 7. Well, here we are, a brand new year, 2026. At the outset, I just would wish everyone a prosperous and healthy new year and good luck with those resolutions that everybody's famously make. Sometimes they don't work out so good. But anyway, good luck with those. Now on the holiday season is behind us, we are back to our day-to-day routine. And for county councilors, that means our daily communications, correspondence, and committee work. I am very happy to confirm that we will be reconvening our work on the Bridgetown Secondary Planning and Advisory Committee this month. I'm also looking forward to resuming its important work. Also, the newly formed Marketing Levy Ad Hoc Committee is now up and running, and will be working with our tourism stakeholders to bring more visitors to Annapolis County. Committee work is extremely important. I know that we're all very, very busy, but I kind of look forward to working on these different committees because it gives us grassroots input as to what's going on in our specific communities, and I know that you all share that same commitment. I'd just like to give a plug to the Bridgetown Legion. It is the hub for our area in the Bridgetown District 3 and 7 particularly, but for the whole county. They've got all kinds of activities. I would ask you to just check the weekly event calendar. And the one event that I'd like to give a good shout out for is the open mic every Thursday night, 7 to 9. Great meal, good local music, and some people even dance. So come on down to Bridgetown and enjoy all the different events that are going on. Thank you very much.
So bring your dancing shoes. Thank you very much. District 8.
Yeah, good morning from District 8. I hope everyone had a good break over the holidays and found some time to enjoy with family and friends. I know personally I really enjoy the build up to Christmas and all the anticipation, but then I'm ready for everyone to get back into a routine afterwards, get the kids back to school and get back into our morning routines. So I had the pleasure of attending the New Year's Day levy at the Legion in Annapolis Royal, Port Royal, Legion Brand 21. Councillor Cranton was there as well as MLA Bowlby and the mayor from Annapolis Royal and a few of their council as well. So it was a great turnout. We were able to take part in the receiving line, and it's just a really nice opportunity to visit with community and start the year off with friendship and community connections, and it's just a really nice way to start things off. Of course, the Legion provided refreshments with snacks and sandwiches and soups and chowders, and I very much would like to thank the volunteers that take the time to put that on every year. It's a great opportunity for people to get together, and I was even able to get a bowl of the famous seafood chowder this year, and you've got to be quick on your feet for that, so that was good. I attended.
Runners on.
Yeah, man. I also attended a PAB training session that was put on by the province. Attended with members, citizen members from Annapolis County as well as the CAO and members of Annapolis County PAB. So that was a really good opportunity to learn about strategic priorities planning and how to build a plan to work with the RCMP moving forward. So that was a very good training session put on by the province. I was very happy to attend that. Got lots of good notes. I'd also mention as well, the same as Councillor Aguilar, that we started the Marketing Levy Ad Hoc Committee. And we've had 2 meetings to date. Last one was just on January 14th. And this is a really good group, I think, of local short-term rental owners, councillors, and staff. And we've already had some really important and productive, I would say, discussions on moving forward with how to promote tourism in the county. So, really excited to see some of the work that's going to come out of that committee. And I would echo Councillor Aguilar's comments that committee work is really a basis of what we do here and building those relationships. And as usual, my family and I attended the Bear River Fire Hall breakfast Saturday, January 3rd, like we do every month now. So every Saturday morning, or first Saturday of every month, that Fire Hall in Bear River puts on the breakfast. And I know I just want to take the opportunity to get the kids out of the house and have someone else cook for them, so it's great. So thanks very much, and best of luck to everyone for the upcoming year. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. District 9.
Greetings from District 9. As we welcome a new year, it will become busier after a relatively quiet December in the district. Luckily for me, there are people who can actually sing that show up for the annual evening of caroling prior to Christmas. We don't have a hall like many of the other districts, so the Nicknaw Baptist Church and the Fire Hall are areas, places to go, check and see what's coming up. They do have events that are open to everyone. You don't have to be from the community. And just keep in mind to check on your neighbors, especially with our winter weather, and support food banks and pantries when and if you are able. It's a quiet time for retail. Keep our local merchants in mind. And happy New Year.
Thank you, Counselor. District 10.
Morning from District 10. I went to the One Stop Village meeting last week, and their clinic addition is coming on time. They're getting ready to open for their doctor that's going to be there. He is going to work one day in Burge and Middleton, I believe. And he's going to work 4 days or 3 days at the clinic. And I think he's also maybe doing some in Annapolis. They were having a meeting the next day with the province because the province asked them if they had room for a third doctor. So they were having meetings with them to see what that was about. Say the little village has done a remarkable job on getting doctors and keeping communication with them. This gentleman has ties to the area and has worked in the northern part of Canada most of his career, but he's ready to come back here to live, so looking forward to it. We had the grand opening of the Port George Conference Center, and a small attendance, but I think the people was there. A lot of them have been supporters and volunteers of the time the thought started to become a conference center and help raise money and got grants. We finally had a grand opening, so everything's ready to roll. I was really happy with the luncheon that we had at Christmas time with staff and council. It shows the respect and the quality of work that our staff does and how much we appreciate it. Being part of little things that goes on between the county and staff and the council is always nice, so it was well enjoyed. And looking forward to the coming year.
Great, thank you, Counselor. This is my turn for District 11. Well, first of all, the new year has brought us first signs of winter, especially in the last few days. So be safe up there and be cautious because sometimes slow and easy was the race. Secondly, I also attended the grand opening of the Port George Recreation Center, Comfort Center, which is now open to ready for anybody that needs it. And we have seen how important these centers are for the areas. And I think there's a few more that are working on the same thing, and I know there are. I know there are. And we need them. There's no doubt about it, because it doesn't matter if it's dead of winter or the heat in the summer. Another thing is the Three Rivers Community Center has just finished their first painting session of the year, but there will be others and other activities, so check their Facebook page for other activities that is ongoing. And last but not least, let's have a great 2026. And thank you to staff and the council for all the great work that we did last year and we're going to continue to do this year. And that's it. let's take a recess.